Okay guys, this is step one of our RSP 400 installation. The first thing to look at is when you get the machine. Obviously the machine will be in a box and it'll be separated. The machine will be in a box and the stand will be separate. So at this point we've got obviously this machine already on the stand, but the first step in the process will be to assemble the stand. The stand comes in only 3 or 4 pieces. We essentially have the right hand side, which will be a T-piece, upright, and a perpendicular support at the bottom, and the casters will already be in place. So this is one whole piece, this other one is another whole piece. Now, one thing to look at when you are putting this together is that you'll see here clearly there's an L that's been laser etched into the upright on this side, and there's an R on this side. Obviously this is the left hand side and that's the right hand side when you're looking at it from the front. So just make sure you got those in the right spot. Then there's just a cross member there to be attached, 4 screws and a couple there, same on the other side. There's also a little bracket here to give it some extra support, and they're also on both sides. Then you've got a second cross member, which is exactly the same on the back part to give it that extra support. And then underneath, you've actually got some extra brackets here, which just also include, basically help with the overall stability of the machine. Now, I'm not going to go into fine detail on how to do this, because we do have a little booklet, document that has an installation guide for the stand. But once the stand is all created and all built, it will have a dual purpose caster where you can then rotate this section right here with the red nodules there. If you rotate those, then they actually then go down onto casters. So if you can see here, I'm rotating this. This no longer is now on the caster. It's actually on. The actual. I can't think what you'd call it, but it's now not on the caster. So it actually stops the machine from actually being moved. If I respin that the other way, it's hard to do, but if I respin that the other way now, you'll now see that it's back onto its wheel, which means it can be wheeled away. So when we do get it in position, we need to lock them so that we don't bump the machine. That's on all 4. As I say, just follow the installation guide that we will send you, and that's the best way. And then we put the machine up on top of the onto the stand, and then there'll be locating screws that screw into the frame, which will then make it nice and sturdy. So there'll be one on these brackets and there'll be a couple on these ones as well. So once they're all lined up and in place with the actual underside, it'll mean that this is now nice and sturdy and it can't go anywhere, so it's nice and robust.